Let's bring in Kenny the Jet Smith. He joins us now. What would you rather win, Jet? Would you rather win 3-point or the dunk contest?
Well, I came in second in the dunk contest.
Yep.
23 years ago or something like that. I'd rather be dunker because that puts more fear in people. 3-pointers, the guys, they don't put fear. Like when who do you fear more, Steve Novak or Blake Griffin?
Well, that's different because Blake Griffin's a great player. How about this? Blake Griffin or Reggie Miller?
Ooh.
Yeah, ball game.
Way to go.
Yeah, ball game.
Way to go. Wait, touche. I still want to be feared at the rim. I still want to be feared at the rim. Because I would probably say Dominique or Reggie. Because comparison in terms of players. So I still want to be feared at the rim. Because it's something about a guy backing away and having a dear, shameful look on their face when you're attacking the rim. There's something that's being very masculine about that.
Well, Dominique was a powerful dunker. Sean Kemp was an unbelievably powerful dunker. Now,
Yes.
You lost to Nick in the slam dunk contest back in the early 90s. What was it that you saw with him? And plus, being a taller player hurts you in the slam dunk contest. So you probably got points for degree of difficulty by being a smaller player. But Nick was so athletic. I don't know how creative he was, but he was a powerful, powerful dunker.
I think in a dunk contest now, it's everything. It's creativity, it's strength, it's a combination. I don't think you can just do power dunks. I don't think you can just do creative dunks. I think you have to have a little bit of both. So to me, Dominique had all of those things. He had creativity. He just didn't have. I didn't think at that time more than those. In those days, you had to do 9 dunks.
Oh wow.
Here you only do like 4. If this was this era, I probably would have won because I had 4 dunks that were probably better than his, but we had to do 9. So that was the difference. Where I think Dominique still was one of the best that ever did it, along with Michael, because they gave us 9 creative dunks 2 or 3 years in a row. So that was 27 different dunks that they attempted for us.
What about this? What if I got the top 4 players in the game and I said, I'll donate $5 million to your charity, but we're going to have a one-on-one competition. So I put Durant, LeBron, whoever you want to put, Kobe in there, you want to put in somebody else, and you have a one-on-one competition. So you have one game, another game, and then you have for the championship. Do you think that you can entice the 4 best players in the game for a one-on-one contest?
Man, I think that's the problem with the Lakers now, playing one-on-one. If you don't do that, you just added fuel to the problem. Why don't you get a 5-man team out there and win a championship? Man, one day, don't do it. It's a great idea, but you have the demise of the team right now of one-on-one basketball.
I'm watching them last night. They play no defense, Kenny. None. And if I don't care what kind of offense you got. If you don't play defense, certainly when you get to the playoffs and play half court, you got no shot.
No, you have none whatsoever. And, then I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, the Lakers. I think the team, is going to be one of the biggest blunders in basketball history. Where you have, 6 All-Stars, guys who've been All-Stars, 4 guys who will be in the Hall of Fame, and not even close to making the play or not make the playoffs. I think that's going to be the biggest blunder in basketball history in the last decade.
Who should get the blame, or majority of it?
I think that's a collective effort. You're going to start with every single player individually, the management just for this year, because Mitch Kupchak's proven that he's been able to put a championship team together. And there's not a GM in the NBA that would not have put that team together that he put together. If they had the opportunity, they would have. Every GM would have said, "I would have tried this." I would where he was. I would have tried that. So I don't know how much you can put on management.
But D'Antoni's not the coach, though. I think if Mike Brown got rid of that Princeton offense, Mike Brown would still be a better coach for this team, because you don't.
Yeah, but he didn't want to do it. He didn't. He was obviously. You get a coach to say, "Hey, what is your style of play?" and you're going to implement. And when you implement it, and I always said I would do the North Carolina, Kentucky, Duke, That offense. Princeton never won championships. Why would you want to do the Princeton offense?
Yeah, I never understood that. We're talking to Kenny Smith, NBA on TNT, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. Jordan turns 50 on Sunday.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
I'm still younger. Thank the Lord. No, he's the greatest player in our era. I think, our eyes have only seen – I've never seen Wilt Chamberlain play when in his heyday. I was too young for that, or not even born, I don't think. But,
And just like that, Kenny the Jet is gone. What happened to you? All of a sudden you say you're younger than Jordan and your phone goes dead.
The power of Michael.
I was just talking about this, Kenny Smith from TNT, that – I don't know if you guys ever have to apologize winning your championships because Michael wasn't there. Does he ever?
Oh, he was there the second one. He was just wearing number 45, but he was there.
Do you ever? But does he ever say, I gave you a championship? Does he ever joke about that you won one while he was playing baseball?
No, I always say you went to baseball because you knew you couldn't do it. So the joke always, I'm not a counterpuncher, man. I'm going to hit first, man, before all that. But I know what kind of competitor he was and probably still is. So I would always hit first.
But did you ever dislike him?
No. I mean,
you can respect.
You always admired him.
Yeah.
You always admired him. You always admire greatness, no matter what it is. And you want to play against it and compete against it. He was the perfect blend of a basketball player. He was the perfect height, perfect size, perfect weight, perfect speed, athleticism. He had the skill set. He was the perfect basketball player that was ever built. So being on the floor with him always elevated your game and made you feel like you wanted to play harder because you knew you were in for it.
SAP is launching NBA.com stats today. What's that going to provide for the audience, the fans?
Well, yeah, I'm excited to be here in Houston with SAP because it's an official business analytics software partner of the NBA. But what it does, if you go to NBA.com/stats, you can kind of break down the game so specific that even someone might take our job. So meaning like this, that if you could go, well, LeBron James in clutch time, what is he? Like the last 2 minutes of a game when they're down 3, what's his stats? Or when he's down 4, what's his stats? Like, and you could compare player to player, or you could say, okay, who's the real big 3 on each team? Like, what is the big 3 in the last 2 minutes of a game? What's their scoring points? How much they average? So it might not be the big 3 that we think it is. Where on other teams it might not be that person, and you can compare team to team, player to player. Is Kobe better than LeBron in the last minute of a game on last-second shots? Beyond the arc or inside the arc. It's so specific that I think it's a game changer in that regard.
Give me that website one more time.
That's NBA.com/stats, and it's powered by SAP.
Good to visit with you again, Kenny. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, no problem.
All right, Kenny Smith, NBA on TNT.